This was during the year 1910. The epidemic cholera was beginning to spread in many villages in Maharashtra. Many villages were affected by that epidemic, and many people were being attacked by cholera. Many people died during those days. You must know this. During 1910, the medical science was not much developed. There was no such technology available to develop or to invent a vaccine very quickly and apply it to people. So all the doctors, all the physicians were searching through medical books. So all the doctors, all the physicians were going through the books they have studied, going through the books of medical sciences, and they were trying to find an effective way to treat this disease and save people. But as they were going through their searches, many people died and many people were attacked by the epidemic. Now, Sai Baba during those days used to live in a mosque in the village Shirdi in Maharashtra. People used to come to meet him, people used to ask him various things, people used to discuss with him their problems, their atrocities, the hardships they were facing, etc. etc. And Sai Baba used to give them effective ways to gain mental peace. He used to tell them various ways to treat their mental health, to treat their physical ailments, to fight all hardships, and to get away from all problems. So people used to come to him every day. On one such day, people gathered in front of the mosque in which he used to stay, and they were very surprised. They saw that Sai Baba was taking out some wheat from his cloth bag and he was putting them inside a spinning wheel. After that, he was spinning the wheel, and the wheat being pressed inside the wheel were becoming flour. Now they were very surprised. They didn't understand why Sai Baba was doing this, because he used to call himself a fakir. A fakir literally means a beggar. He used to beg food and water from others, and he used to have them to make his survival. So they were very surprised as why Sai Baba is doing all this. Some people thought that maybe Sai Baba was not wanting to beg anymore. Maybe he was trying to earn a living by working hard, by working physically. So whatever it may be, they kept quiet and they stood there in front of his mosque and they waited for him to finish his job. Now some people were very anxious because Sai Baba was going on doing that continuously. He was not stopping, and it seemed like the cloth bag from which he was bringing out the wheat was never going to be empty. Like it was a perpetual bag. So among the people, 4 women stood up and they went inside the mosque and asked Sai Baba to step aside. They told him, Baba, you are old enough and so much physical strain will be bad for your health. So you step aside and we will do it instead of you. Now Sai Baba was not very much positive about this, but still, when he saw the interest of these women, he stepped aside and he let them do the job. Now, those 4 women, they were doing it. They brought out all the wheat from inside that cloth bag and they put them inside the spinning wheel and they made flour out of it. After all the wheat became flour, they took out 4 bags which they brought with them and they started putting the flour inside them. Now Sai Baba became very angry. He was so disgusted. He came near those 4 women and he told them, do you only see your own benefit? And don't you see the benefit of others? I have not started this work to benefit only you 4. I am doing it for the benefit of all the people. Now these 4 ladies, they were very ashamed. They felt that they have done something wrong. They folded their hands and prostrated before Sai Baba and told him, Baba, we are ordinary people. We don't have much high thoughts in our minds. We are very ashamed and we beg your pardon. Please show us the right path and please tell us why were you doing all this. Now Sai Baba said, okay, I will definitely tell you, but finish this job first. Put all this flour into these 4 bags which you brought and come follow me. So they finished their job and followed Sai Baba. Now seeing them, all other people who were present there, they also followed them. Now Sai Baba took them to the border of the village Shirdi and told them to keep those 4 bags on the floor. They obeyed Sai Baba's order and they stepped back. Now Sai Baba came near to those bags and took out some flour by his hand and spread them on the border line. Now people were very surprised and they were thinking, what is the significance of all this? Why did he work so hard and now he is throwing away all the flour? Why is he wasting this? These might be helpful to others, those who are in need of this. But he is wasting these flour. But they didn't say anything, they waited. Now after spreading all the flour to the border line of the village, Sai Baba turned forward and he said, go away and don't enter this village. I dare you. And then he came back. He came back to the people who were gathered there. Now the people asked him, Baba, we didn't understand whatever you did. We didn't understand your intentions behind all this. Now we are ordinary men. You are a saint. You are a yogi. Please let us understand. Please tell us. Please explain the reason behind doing all this. Now Sai Baba smiled and he said, didn't you hear? The neighboring villages of Shirdi have already been affected by the epidemic cholera. Now Shirdi, this village, was protected till now, but very soon cholera was supposed to enter this village. Now I put a border outside this village and stopped cholera from entering into this village. Now everybody understood why Sai Baba did all this, why he took all those physical strain and he did all this. They bowed down before him. They folded their hands and prostrated before him and told him, please have mercy on us. Please forgive us because we are ashamed. We thought so many things when we saw you doing all this. We even thought that you have turned mad. But please forgive us. Please have mercy upon us. We were so wrong. And surprisingly, cholera epidemic didn't enter the village Shirdi thereafter. Now there is a spiritual significance behind this act of Sai Baba's. They say the spinning wheel which he used during this process consisted of 2 wheels made of stone. One stone wheel was placed below and the another stone wheel was placed above that one. There was a small gap between those 2 stone wheels and the upper wheel included a handle. The wheat was supposed to be placed between those 2 stone wheels and those 2 stone wheels were pressed against each other, and using that and holding that handle, the upper wheel was supposed to be spent. Now philosophers say the wheat which are used during this process are symbolic. They are symbolic to the evil intentions which are contained inside our mind, like anger, like lust, like violence, etc., etc. And those 2 wheels, the wheel which is placed below is karma and the wheel which is placed above is bhakti or devotion. This means that if we want to get rid of those evil intentions, those evil characteristics which are hidden inside our mind, we need to hold karma and devotion within us. Now, the flower which came out after crushing those wheat is symbolic of sattva gun or positive intentions. Now, if we put all our evil intentions, all our evil characteristics into the spinning wheel of karma and bhakti, then definitely our evil intentions will be crushed and we will gain positive intentions or positive characteristics within us.